Hello investors and traders, today I'll check the Meta stock analysis. We'll talk about it Meta quarterly report, its valuation, and of course we'll check it technical analysis. So let's start with this quarterly report. So the revenue by user geography, we see that most of its revenue the company earns in US and Canada. Last quarter the company earned 28 billion bucks, by the way the same level as 2 years ago. Let's check the results by segment. We see that by the way the total quarter to quarter the total revenue decreased, and also look, if we'll check the marginality, 1 year ago, 2 years ago the operating margin was 43.36. Now for the last quarter it's only 25%. So we see that the marginality of Meta stock, of Meta company, is decreasing. Also, please pay attention to the Reality Labs revenue. It's the metaverse segments, virtual reality, VR, AR. So this quarter to quarter, it's the revenue decreased. Actually, if we will look at the first quarter of 21, much higher was the revenue here. So this bet on virtual reality, most probably the company just spent the money, a lot of capex the company put in this area, but now we see that the revenue here is very poor. We can see that the revenue for the last 2 years it's actually stands on the same level. The amount of debt, by the way, for the last 3 years is increasing. It's a negative sign, and also the cash amount on the balance sheet for the last 3 years is decreasing. So the cash position for Meta stock is becoming worse and worse. If we'll check the Peter Lynch analysis, so the fair value according to this metric is 120. So now the current value is more than 200. So most probably the company now is expensive. Also, let's have a look on the value. The P ratio 27, but 423. So it's very expensive, much higher than the S&P 500 average. NPS ratio of about 5. So now, after of course the report, now the Meta stock became very expensive. And of course, let's have a look on the chart. So here I'm expecting ABC correction, ABC move. Now this segment, it could be a zigzag, the wave A, then I'm expecting to see wave B and C. Most probably here, by the way, wave A is finished. It was the first, it was impulse, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So anytime it could be we may see start correction in the wave B. Then it will be another segment, the wave C. But generally, then it can be a great point here, maybe to open short position after the wave B will finish, and then I'm expecting, of course, the finishing of this move. It will be the wave C, but it can be half year from now, year from now. But anyway, I'm expecting Meta stock much lower in a near term. By the way, pay attention to the momentum indicator, the RSI 73. So the stock already overbought, so now it's very expensive. I think it's not the best time to buy Meta stock. By the way, let's have a look historically on the P ratio. So we see that now it's very close to 30. It was less than 10 at November, October 22. So the end of last year, it was a great time to buy Meta stock. Actually, it was 10. It was the lowest value since 2016. So generally speaking, my view for Meta stock now, I think that we may see a correction in the near term. The revenue is the same as 1 year ago, the marginality decreasing. So it's my view for Meta stock. If you like dividend investing, stock market investing, so of course press the like button, and see you on the next time. Bye.